Are you a leader? Before you answer, what if I told you the real answer might not be what you think? What if you have the instincts of a natural-born leader, but they've been hidden your entire life? Buried under expectations, social roles, and the noise of everyday life? The legendary psychoanalyst Carl Jung had a fascinating idea that our truest potential is often hidden just beneath the surface of our conscious minds. He suggested that deep within our personality are universal patterns he called archetypes, which are the keys to who we really are. According to Jung, a true leader is someone capable of deep self-reflection, who can resist blindly following the crowd and instead discovers a new way forward. They are people on a journey of what he called individuation, the process of becoming the most authentic and whole version of yourself. While Jung didn't create a specific how-to guide for leadership, his ideas about self-development are incredibly relevant. In fact, many modern leadership theories echo what Jung intuited a century ago, that the most effective leaders have profound self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and a clear vision. In the next 60 seconds, we're going to do a quick thought experiment based on these ideas to explore a hidden part of you. This is a rapid-fire journey inward to your deepest instincts. By the end, you'll have a clearer picture of the unique leadership style that might be waiting to be uncovered. The instructions. I'm about to show you 5 quick-fire questions. For each one, you'll see 2 symbolic images. I want you to pick the image that you have a stronger, more immediate gut reaction to. Don't overthink it. There are no right or wrong answers here. Just trust your instincts and go with the one that feels right. Keep track of your answers, whether you chose mostly A's or mostly B's. This is the key to the final reveal. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. The 60-second test. When you imagine achieving a great goal, do you see A. A lone mountain peak, representing a singular, ambitious vision. B. A detailed, intricate map, representing a well-defined path to success. When faced with a complex problem that affects many people, which tool do you instinctively reach for? A. A chessboard, representing strategic, logical analysis. B. A council fire, representing collaborative, empathetic discussion. Which metaphor for progress resonates more with your approach to getting things done? A. An architect's blueprint, representing a structured, planned, and decisive process. B. A flowing river, representing an adaptable, flexible, and evolving journey. Where do you draw your deepest energy and inspiration from? A. A vibrant, bustling city square, full of action and external engagement. B. A secluded, quiet library, filled with knowledge and internal reflection. When building something new, which process feels more natural to you? A. Forging a sword in fire, representing decisive action and raw power to create something strong. B. Weaving a net, representing the careful connection of many threads to create something resilient. Time's up. Okay, count them up. Did you choose mostly A's, mostly B's, or a fairly even mix? Your results point to one of 3 powerful leadership archetypes, inspired by Jung's work. Let's get to the reveal. The reveal. This is where it all comes together. We're going to decode your answers and see what they suggest about your innate leadership style. Each of these patterns is a modern interpretation based on Jung's original concepts. Mostly A's, the strategist. If you answered mostly with A, you embody the strategist. This is a leadership style inspired by what Jung called the ruler archetype, a figure driven to create order, use power responsibly, and build a thriving community. Your choices for the mountain peak, the chessboard, and the forged sword all point to an instinct for vision, structure, and decisive action. As a strategist, you're a natural commander. You see the big picture, the mountain peak that others might find intimidating, and you aren't afraid to chart a course straight for it. Your thinking is logical and analytical. When faced with a problem, you see the patterns, the moves and countermoves, the most efficient path to victory. This is the kind of mindset often associated with what some personality systems might call commanders or executives. You're energized by action and confident in making the tough calls that others might avoid. Your hidden leadership style is authoritative and visionary. You lead from the front, setting high standards for yourself and everyone else. You create structure from chaos and bring clarity to confusion. People look to you for direction because you radiate confidence and an unwavering focus on the goal. However, every strength casts a shadow. For the strategist, a relentless focus on goals and logic can sometimes mean you overlook the human element. You might risk being seen as arrogant or dismissive of others' feelings. Your decisiveness could become inflexibility, making you stick to a plan even when a better path appears. The greatest journey for the strategist leader is to integrate empathy with your logic. It's about learning to truly listen, to value your team's input, and to understand that real strength lies not just in commanding, but in connecting. Mostly B's, the diplomat. If you found yourself drawn mostly to the B answers, you are the diplomat. This leadership style is a powerful blend inspired by what Jung described as the caregiver and sage archetypes. Your preference for the detailed map, the counsel fire, and the woven net reveals a deep-seated desire for connection, empathy, wisdom, and harmony. As a diplomat, your greatest strength is your profound emotional intelligence. You lead not by command, but through influence, inspiration, and understanding. You are deeply tuned into the feelings of a group and excel at building strong, collaborative relationships. While the strategist sees the chessboard, you see the counsel fire, a place for open dialogue and shared understanding. This approach is often characteristic of personalities that some systems would call protagonists or mentors, who lead with charisma and a deep commitment to their team's well-being. Your hidden leadership style is facilitative and empowering. You are a natural mentor, driven to help others unlock their potential. Instead of forging one single path, you prefer weaving a net, skillfully bringing together the unique strengths of each person to create something both strong and flexible. You lead by listening and creating an environment of psychological safety where everyone feels heard. The shadow side of the diplomat, though, is a potential dislike of conflict and a tendency to put harmony above hard truths. Your desire to care for others might make it tough to make unpopular decisions or give critical feedback. In an effort to build consensus, you might delay action. The diplomat's journey to their full potential involves embracing healthy conflict and learning to be decisive when it feels uncomfortable. It's about finding the courage to hold people accountable, not as an act of judgment, but as a crucial part of helping them, and the team, grow. An even mix of A's and B's, the adaptable leader. If your answers were split down the middle, you embody the rare and powerful archetype of the adaptable leader. In Jungian terms, this balance reflects a huge step on the path of individuation, the integration of opposing forces within yourself. You possess the strategic vision of the strategist and the empathetic connection of the diplomat. This mirrors the classic journey of the hero archetype, who must master both the outer world of action and the inner world of the self to succeed. As an adaptable leader, your defining trait is versatility. You see both the mountain peak and the detailed map, you understand the logic of the chessboard and the wisdom of the counsel fire. This unique ability lets you shift your style based on the needs of the situation. You know when to be decisive and when to be collaborative. You can appreciate a solid plan but aren't afraid to adapt when circumstances change. This balance is the hallmark of a well-rounded and highly effective leader. Your hidden leadership style is one of integration and balance. You lead by example, showing that strength and empathy aren't mutually exclusive. You build high-performing teams because you can both set an ambitious vision and foster a culture of trust. You're the leader who can make the tough call in a crisis and then skillfully manage the emotional fallout. Your ability to hold this tension between opposing qualities inspires incredible confidence and loyalty. The main challenge for you isn't overcoming a specific shadow, but maintaining this delicate balance. The risk is becoming a jack of all trades but a master of none, or appearing inconsistent by trying to please everyone at once. Your growth comes from conscious awareness, constantly reflecting on which part of your leadership is needed most. Your path is to become a conscious conductor, skillfully orchestrating your diverse strengths to create truly inspiring leadership. So, whether you're the decisive strategist, the connective diplomat, or the balanced adaptable leader, remember this: self-awareness is the first and most critical step to unlocking your potential. As we can interpret from Jung, leadership isn't about putting on a persona, but about the lifelong journey of integrating all parts of yourself to become a whole, authentic person. The most powerful leaders aren't born, they're made through self-reflection and a commitment to growth. Understanding your innate style is your starting point. Now you can consciously lean into your strengths and begin the work of integrating your shadows. So, what kind of leader are you? Drop your result in the comments below: strategist, diplomat, or adaptable leader. I'd love to see the archetypes in our community. And if you discovered something new about yourself today and want to continue exploring the psychology of success, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. There's always more to uncover about the leader within.